I'm Father John Geaney of the Paulist Fathers, and you're watching Psalm Sense. I'm not sure when you, as a viewer, are going to see this particular version of Psalm Sense, but I thought today that we would deal with a very difficult problem in the Psalms. And that problem is that many people interpreting Psalm 137 have just had a terrible time because the Psalm seems so tough. I'm taking a course at Boston College in the Psalms, and recently we went over Psalm 137 and got a little challenge from our professors to see what we could do with it. So here's my try. The Psalm really is reflective of this kind of language. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat and wept, remembering Zion. On the poplars that grew there, we hung up our hearts. Now, the Ukraine is far from Babylon, but if you interchange those names, it becomes a little more clear how you can put 137 into the world that Ukraine is living in. They remembered Zion, the Jewish people. I think the Ukrainian people think about their own land. And they would say, on the poplars that grew there, not in Babylon, but for them now in places like Poland, we hung up our harps. They could not sing. They could not rejoice. So they hung up their harps, their musical instruments, on the things that were around them. And I think that's true of the people of the Ukraine who are now refugees, and at least when we were putting this show together, of about 2 million people. So how are we to respond? How can they respond? There are two things that are the same and two things that are different here in this psalm. The two things that are different, of course, are Babylon and the fact that the people of Israel at the time had abandoned God. And I would say, from the pictures I've seen coming from Ukraine, the people of the Ukraine have not abandoned their God, but they have given up, in a certain sense, all the things that were beautiful and important to them. Now, the psalm goes on to say, "Oh, let my tongue cleave to my palate if I remember you not, if I prize not Jerusalem as the first of my joys." Well, again, it's not Jerusalem now, it is Kyiv. And that, to me, would be the greatest gift that could come to the Ukrainians, that they could once again say that they prize Jerusalem, not Jerusalem, that they prize Kyiv as the first of their joys. For Psalm Sense, I'm Father John Geaney. My time is up. I thank you for yours.